On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Gutter.
A channel along the edge of a road or structure for carrying away rainwater.
Examples:
Gutter system. A building gutter. The gutter on the roof's edge was clogged with leaves, causing water to overflow.
Subtitle.
A secondary title or alternate title that is displayed below the primary title, often used to provide additional information or translation for a movie or video. A text that appears at the bottom of a movie, TV show, or video to provide a written translation or transcription of the spoken dialogue in another language.
Examples:
Chart subtitle. Foreign language subtitle. Make sure to turn on subtitles so you can understand the foreign film.
Medicinal.
Of or relating to the treatment or cure of disease.
Examples:
Medicinal chemistry. Traditional medicinal. The medicinal properties of this herb have been known to help with various ailments.
Germ.
A very tiny living that causes the disease, a piece of something such as an organism, concept, etc., capable of growing into a new one or part of one.
Examples:
Antibiotic-resistant germ. A germ-free environment. The germ of his idea came from watching birds flying in flocks.
Well-being.
The state of being happy and healthy and prosperous.
Examples:
The well-being of a nation. A sense of well-being. We are responsible for the care and well-being of all our employees.
Predator.
An animal whose natural behavior is to prey on others.
Examples:
Apex predator. Sexual predators. The native South American animals were in danger because of the predator's arrival.
Pathogen.
A bacterium, virus, or other microorganism that causes disease.
Examples:
Plant pathogen. The pathogen in the air. mRNA vaccines are approved faster because they do not contain inactivated pathogens.
Benign.
Kind and gentle, not harmful or malicious.
Examples:
Benign tumor. A benign smile. The lump was discovered to be benign, and no further treatment was needed.
Contaminate.
To make something impure, unclean, or poisonous by contact or mixture.
Examples:
Contaminate with a disease. Contaminate his ego. We strive not to contaminate the environment when demolishing petroleum plants.
Infect.
To affect a person, an animal, or a plant with a disease-causing organism.
Examples:
Infect other animal species. Infect a computer with a virus. Children often infect parents with this head cold.
Buff.
A person who is very knowledgeable or enthusiastic about a particular subject or activity. A soft, furry animal hide that has been treated and prepared for use in clothing, accessories, or upholstery.
Examples:
Buffalo buff. Movie buff. She's a history buff and can tell you everything about the American Revolution.
Untreated.
Not given medical care or treatment, not subjected to chemical or physical treatment.
Examples:
An untreated disease. Dispose of untreated formalin solution. Heat stroke is the result of untreated heat exhaustion.
Outset.
The beginning of something.
Examples:
Month's outset. The outset of the crisis. At the outset of the project, we encountered several obstacles.
Airborne.
Moved or conveyed by or through the air, in the air.
Examples:
Airborne troop. Airborne particles. The amount of airborne pollen this year is higher than usual.
Worthless.
Having no value or usefulness, not worth considering.
Examples:
Worthless stock. Worthless coin. The product was found to be worthless as it failed to meet the customer's expectations.
Domesticate.
To take control of animals or plants to provide food, power, or company.
Examples:
Easy to domesticate. Domesticate the plant. We domesticate cows to gain milk and meat.
Tor.
A peak or rocky outcrop on a hill or mountain, a high, craggy hill or rocky mountain.
Examples:
Tor Hill. Rocky Tor. We had an excellent view of the surrounding landscape from the top of the granite tor.
Vibrio.
A type of bacterium that belongs to the genus Vibrio, characterized by their comma-shaped or curved rod morphology.
Examples:
Vibrio cholerae. Vibrio infection. The Vibrio bacteria can cause food poisoning if consumed.
Cholera.
A severe infectious disease that causes acute diarrhea, vomiting, and dehydration, often resulting in a rapid and dangerous loss of body fluids and electrolytes.
Examples:
Cholera toxin. Cholera epidemic. The outbreak of cholera was a major health crisis in the 19th century.
Toxin.
A poisonous substance produced by a living organism, such as a plant, animal, or microorganism, a chemical compound that can cause harm or illness to a living organism.
Examples:
toxin exposure, toxin production. Mold exposure can release dangerous toxins into the air.
Intestine.
A long, tube-like organ in the digestive system that is responsible for absorbing nutrients from food and eliminating waste products.
Examples:
large intestine, intestine wall. The small intestine is responsible for absorbing most of the nutrients from food.
Lumen.
The amount of light that is emitted from a source or that passes through a specific area or surface, the unit of measure for the brightness of a light source.
Examples:
high lumen output, cylindrical lumen. The LED bulb in the living room is rated at 800 lumens, providing ample brightness.
Aft.
The opposite of forward, located at or towards the rear or back of a ship, aircraft, or other vehicle.
Examples:
aft cabin, aft view. The aft section of the ship suffered significant damage after the collision with the reef.
Feces.
Waste matter eliminated from the bowels, excrement.
Examples:
feces sample, human feces. Proper disposal of feces is essential for maintaining public health and sanitation.
Disgust.
A strong feeling of dislike or disapproval.
Examples:
public disgust, show disgust at his actions. He was filled with disgust and fear for the threat of war.
Determinant.
A factor, circumstance, or condition that contributes to the shaping, influencing, or determining of a particular outcome or result.
Examples:
environmental determinant, a determinant of crop yields. One determinant of success is having a positive attitude and a strong work ethic.
Spew.
To eject forcefully and abundantly, to flow out rapidly and in large amounts.
Examples:
spew carbon dioxide, spew insults. The volcano started to spew lava and ash, causing panic among residents.
Gasp.
To inhale sharply and audibly, often in response to strong emotion or sensation. To catch one's breath suddenly, often due to shock or surprise.
Examples:
gasp for air, gasp in shock. The audience gasped when the magician made the rabbit disappear from the hat.
Anyhow.
Anyway, regardless of what has happened or been said.
Examples:
anyhow possible, anyhow it turns out. Anyhow, let's change the subject because I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Hydrate.
To add water or moisture to something. To drink enough fluids to maintain proper moisture. Noun, any compound that contains water of crystallization.
Examples:
Hydrate my skin. Acid hydrate. She drank water to hydrate her body.
Perk.
An advantage or something extra, such as money or goods, you receive as well as your wages for doing a particular job.
Examples:
Perks for repeat guests. Worker perk. A yacht cruise is our company's ultimate perk.
Averse.
Feeling strong dislike, opposition, or reluctance towards something. Having a strong inclination against or avoidance of something.
Examples:
Averse to change. Averse to risk. I am averse to making hasty decisions without carefully considering the consequences.
Islet.
A small island, especially a small one in a river or lake, a small area or patch of something, such as tissue or land, a different material surrounds that.
Examples:
Small islet. Uninhabited islet. We can take a boat to explore the beautiful islets scattered along the coast.
Endemic.
Of a disease or other problem, regularly found among particular people or in a certain area.
Examples:
Endemic disease. Cholera endemic area. Malaria is endemic in many tropical countries.
Virulence.
The degree or intensity of a pathogen's ability to cause disease or harm, the strength or power of a negative attribute or quality.
Examples:
Aggressive virulence. Infectious virulence. The virulence of the disease caused widespread concern among the population.
Supple.
Flexible and easy to bend or move, gracefully agile, adaptable or responsive to change or new ideas.
Examples:
Supple muscles. Supple leather. The ballerina's supple movements left the audience mesmerized.
Mosquito.
A small flying insect whose female bites people and animals and sucks their blood, and sometimes transmits serious diseases such as malaria.
Examples:
Mosquito bite. Mosquito repellent. A stagnant water area are breeding ground for mosquitoes.
Intellect.
The ability to think logically and comprehend information, especially at an advanced level.
Examples:
Enrich my intellect. Human intellect. Your intellect is capable of distinguishing among similar objects.
Hydroelectric.
Relating to the generation of electricity from water power, usually by using turbines or generators powered by falling or flowing water, utilizing the energy of water to generate electricity.
Examples:
hydroelectric stations, hydroelectric dam. The town decided to convert its power source to hydroelectric energy.
Stagnant.
Not flowing or circulating, standing still, stagnant water.
Examples:
stagnant car sales, stagnant economy. The stagnant water in the pond is a breeding ground for mosquitoes.
Posit.
To suggest or accept something as fact or as a basis for argument or consideration.
Examples:
posit the existence of life after death. Posit the premise. We should posit several hypotheses to discuss the matter.
Chloroquine.
A synthetic drug used to prevent and treat malaria, as well as treat certain autoimmune conditions such as rheumatoid arthritis and lupus.
Examples:
chloroquine resistance. Clinical trials on chloroquine efficacy. Patients with malaria are often treated with chloroquine medication.
Eradicate.
To get rid of or destroy something completely, especially something bad.
Examples:
eradicate the deficit. Eradicate racial discrimination. We are trying to eradicate this disease from the world.
Incidentally.
By the way, as an aside or in passing.
Examples:
incidentally discovered. Incidentally mentioned. Incidentally, I know the answer to that question.
Sub-Saharan.
Of or relating to or situated in the area south of the Sahara Desert.
Examples:
Sub-Saharan Africa. Sub-Saharan countries. The coffee producers in sub-Saharan countries are at the sharp end of fluctuations in price.
Stymie.
To obstruct, hinder, or prevent something from succeeding or happening. To present an obstacle or impediment to progress or achievement.
Examples:
stymie progress. Stymie plans. The new regulations will stymie the growth of small businesses in the area.